I've returned from my stasis to temporarily take over this channel, and I've also deducted not to show my face in case you could be Kira and possess the Shinigami eyes. Today I would like to discuss with you the only flaw within the anime, Death Note. Please follow along, like, subscribe, comment, and share with my logical reasons internalize with you. I'm going to give you a brief overview of the show. I feel this is necessary so you can understand where the flaws lie within this anime. However, it is safe to assume you have not only finished the series, but also understand the lore if you clicked on this video. Excuse me. I must consume these sweets as it takes a lot out of me to function at full brain capacity. But let us continue. The Shinigami known as Ryuk, a deity figure who possesses the ability to control death of humans through a mystical notebook. Drops his death note to Earthrealm accidentally. I use quotes. I'm sorry, that was quite out of character for me. I use quotations because it is suggestive if it was truly an accident, similar to Cameron Diaz putting on a voice when she did that one character. Please follow along. Light Yagami sees the notebook from his classroom window and retrieves it. It is important to note that Light is Japanese, which means there is an emphasis on his character. Remember this detail because it is highly important. He is handsome, makes good grades, is pretty popular, and confident. He has a good reputation and excels in what he does, even athletics. His character can be perceived as a Gary Stu. He finds the book, eventually tests it out for himself upon being exposed to the presence of the Shinigami, Ryuk, and he determines that he is going to be the god of the new world, labeling himself as Kira. He evades the police force for some time as his crusade as Kira draws law enforcement attention. He uses the book to establish authority, evade danger, and use pawns to build his kingdom in this new world. He is very meticulous and methodical in his efforts, and is very particular about each move he uses regarding the Death Note, until he's not. I have never been to Japan, however, it is on my list of places to visit, but after doing some in-depth research, I have discovered a few things that they hold dear in their culture. Honesty, justice, family, and integrity. There are many people who have given testament of the honesty, family ties, and integrity of the Japanese. It's a huge contrast to what you will averagely find within the West, specifically the United States. Here are some screenshots to back these provings. However, I mention this because all of these morals were skewed in the anime, The Death Note. The writer of The Death Note, Tsugumi Ohba, received backlash due to evil triumphing good after Light killed L. In the original manga released in 2003, Light kills L through Rim, and the manga takes a hiatus. People are desperate for more, and the men in suits, I believe you know who that is, wants more money due to the popularity of it, so the authors continue. They continue on, and many people didn't like the ending half of the show because it seemed as if the writers had a lack of quality, passion, and were forced into an unnecessary trope. Good always beats evil. The problem I find with this trope is that it's more harmful than beneficial. The target demographic for this manga and anime was not for children. Animes like Astro Boy, Zatch Bell, Pokemon, or Dragon Ball Z's early years were more catered toward children, which would have been more appropriate to include a trope like this. However, this was not the case for an anime called The Death Note. This was obviously intended for an older demographic, meaning straying away from feel-good stories would be appropriate for this audience to handle. Evil triumphs sometimes. In fact, it seems more times than not. People with power and influence can easily shape reality to their will. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and that's just that. The rain falls on the just and the unjust the same. The sun shines on a dog's backside every now and then, and a broken clock is right twice a day. This just means eventually the villain will get their way, and with the way Light meticulously evaded detection and suspicion from L, how the did he manage to get caught by two great value versions of L? No disrespect to Guatemala, we love it here. It just seems like lazy writing the way he eventually got caught. Please roll the clip.
Just a moment ago, you proclaimed your victory expecting us all to die. And to tell the truth, you might have actually won, and I would have lost. However, when I said before that we had modified the notebook, I was in fact referring to the real notebook as well as the fake. We only switched part of the fake notebook, but as for the real one, we replaced the entire thing. This notebook here is actually the real one.
The show and anime was unique, creative, and suspenseful. It was very interesting to see how Light cleverly handled being Kira. The show made you pick sides. You have an evil protagonist, looking from the outside, but looking through the protagonist's eyes, we see someone trying to do right. So this leaves the viewer in a constant juxtaposition, and I think this was the beauty of the show. However, I think the quality of it gets watered down when you continue production just for the financial gain. The latter half of this series just seems unpassionate, and it was rejected by many viewers who watch it. The main problem being the trope the writers were pressured into ingraining onto the viewers. All in all, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video, and I apologize for taking over the channel. Your captain will return by the next video from police custody. I think we have all we need. I'm going to raid his snack closet before I leave. There's evidence in there. Lawliet out.